The manuscript, we talked about the issue of the executive of Bolton himself, but the manuscript could actually get to the Senate quicker, which, of course, is not something that Bolton or his publisher would like.
Well, there certainly wouldn't be a claim of executive privilege. It does happen from time to time that an author will write a manuscript. It's not published yet, and there'll be a lawsuit, and somebody will subpoena it. Now, the publisher and the author will go to court and say, wait a minute, if this gets into the hands of the court and it becomes public, the value of my potential book sales goes straight to zero. But guess what? Sometimes these subpoenas do succeed. Now, so the Senate could subpoena Bolton himself, unlikely to give his book away. They could subpoena the publisher. Not clear whether the publisher has the book at this point. They could subpoena the White House to try to get the book.
It's possible he's not turned it into the publisher, correct? So it's not yet the publishers to because some of these guys, if they're going to get a classified clearance, you don't submit it to the publisher. So
some lawyers will suggest to their authors, if you have to submit your book for security clearance, don't give it to the publisher until it's been cleared. That way you avoid any possibility of giving classified information. So that you're the sole owner of your intellectual property. You don't share that ownership, perhaps, with the publisher. Well, it depends on the contract you have with the publisher, ultimately, but yes.
Now, what if they subpoena the White House? Does the White House own that manuscript for the 30 days that they have it, and it is theirs to turn over if subpoenaed or not?
So let's back up. The reason you have to submit a book for security review is many people who get security clearances, as a condition of getting a clearance, you have to agree in getting the clearance when you sign the forms that you will submit any books for pre-publication review. So that's why he had to do this, or why he felt he did it, or why he did it. There's a real question there about whether it's the White House's to turn over. I'm sure the publisher would object to that. The point is here, I'm sure that authors, Bolton would raise this, I'm sure authors always do. Hey, this is my intellectual property. My First Amendment rights are being violated here. You're taking away my livelihood. And guess what? Sometimes those arguments don't work. And especially when you have an impeachment, when I think courts would say the demand for the evidence is pretty high.
Hello, YouTubers. If you're watching this, it means you've checked out our channel, so thank you. Now do me a favor, subscribe by clicking on that button down there. Click on any of the videos to watch the latest interviews and highlights from MTP Daily and MSNBC. You can get more Beat the Press content every morning in the First Read newsletter. If you're tired of content that you don't know anything about where it came from, you don't have to have that problem with us. NBC News, MSNBC, MTP, and the Meet the Press mindset right here for you on YouTube. Subscribe now.